What's up YouTube? My name is Dyebolic and today I'm going to be giving you guys some more tricks on Fortnite Battle Royale. In this video I will be explaining 7 ways to start killing it in the beginning of your Fortnite games. So with that being said, let's get right into it with tip number 1. Where you guys want to land. So what you want to be doing if you're a beginner is start landing at areas where you're going to have multiple people every time. That being said, I don't really advise you to go to tilted towers because if you're a beginner, you're going to want to be working on your skills like 1v1ing someone else, farming resources, etc. Tilted towers, from my experience, usually has at least 10 or more people that are going there every single time, and that's not going to really be optimal if you're trying to hone your Fortnite skills. And if you have to fight 3 people at a time with others just a sniper shot away, you probably are going to die and not learn anything from that game. A place you would maybe go instead would be like Fail Field, maybe Salty Springs, or even Pleasant Park. This will give you the ability to have fights with other players without having a bunch of other guys blasting you in the back with a shotgun. So for tip number 2, if you guys are a more advanced player, you want to start targeting 2 to 3 main areas to go to every single time you jump out of the battle bus. And you can pick those places from your experiences and what you really know. If you don't want to just be picking, you don't really just want to be picking random spots on the map because they are as far as possible from the line that the bus flies in. A few places I like to go are like the crates. I go to Snobby Shores a lot, or even like this one unmarked area on the map that's just above a flush factory. So now on to tip number 3. Once you've landed at an area like one of the ones I mentioned before, you want to immediately begin to search for some weapons. And you might want to see like some bandages or bullets closer, but wasting that time picking those things up, you might just find that you're the only one without a gun, and once that happens you might as well select that option button on your controller and just leave the game. If you instead use that time to find a weapon, you'll be ahead of the game and maybe even get a few easy kills. Now to tip number 4. Corner peeking. This is a huge tip in this video. This tactic is probably the most useful trick that you can use in the entire game. I guarantee this is how I win most of my games. There have been many times where if I didn't peek corners, I would have lost a lot more games. So that's why you want to do this. And when you get to any corner really, let's say you hear somebody outside your house or your base, the last thing you want to do is poke your head out so that you can see where they are, and then they're going to immediately see where you are. What you really want to do is use your camera, because since it's third-person view, you can spin the camera any way you want it and look around without actually popping your head out. It took me a little bit to get good at this and doing this, and if you haven't ever done it before, it's going to take some time, but don't worry. Once you master this technique, you will easily be on your way to becoming a Fortnite legend. So on to tip number 5, resource farming. And I know what you're going to say, farming resources? Is this guy a joke? Well, you're not wrong. But I have won mini games mainly due to the fact that I had materials to build with at the end of the game to protect myself from snipers, scars, and rockets. So unless you'd rather rely on picking up some wood, brick, and metal from killing other players that might not always really have them, I suggest using this strategy. If you land in the areas that I mentioned, you shouldn't have too much trouble fighting other players while you farm. You want to have at least a few hundred of each material by the time you have to start moving in because the circle is. This is a great start to give yourself the best opportunity to win a game. And yes, it may be boring to sit there holding R2 for a few minutes, but trust me, it's going to be worth it in the end if you get the dub. So on to tip number 6. While farming resources, always use the blue circle. This is a weak point on the material you are currently farming, and it does double damage with each and every single swing. I couldn't believe it when I was watching a very big Fortnite YouTuber the other day, and he was just aimlessly swinging at trees, taking forever just to get some wood. And let's just say I don't really watch this stuff anymore. Which leads me right into tip number 7, which kind of goes along with the previous one. When you guys are farming materials, you want to get as close to the object as possible. If you stand far back, the blue circle is going to jump all over the place, and it's going to get really annoying as you miss every other swing on it and waste more time that you could be using to scout out your area. If you get as close as you can, I figured out that the blue circle is barely going to move, and you'll be able to do double damage every single swing and save yourself a decent amount of time. Because let's be honest, guys, who really just can't wait to jump on Fortnite and smack some trees for 10 minutes? Yeah, nobody. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, be sure to leave a like. You guys can also leave me some comments below about what you guys would like to see in future videos. And if you haven't yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you're the first one to know when I drop another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Dyebolic, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.